Hey, I'm Aja A, and welcome to Sunshine Haze. Don't forget to check out all the links that I have listed down in the description box, and if you liked the video, please give me a little thumbs up. If you have any questions after the video is over, feel free to drop them down below. I try to respond to everyone. And if you all know people interested in astrology, numerology, tarot, or whatever I'm talking about on this channel, go on and send them this link. And don't forget to hit subscribe. And of course, thanks for tuning in and rocking with me. May this info help y'all live your best lives. Peace. Welcome back to SunshinehazeCo. I'm Aja A. For those of you guys that have not been to my channel before, welcome. Thank you. Thanks for tuning in. This video is your monthly tarot forecast. Yes, they're back. This is for the month of September, and this is for the Libras, the scales, Libra sun, Libra moon, and Libra rising. So if you feel like what I'm saying isn't resonating with you, go on and check out your moon and or rising sign, which I do have linked down below in the description box, okay? It's going to be your typical 4-card spread, looking at the overall energy for the month of September for you, any challenges or obstacles that you might be facing during this month. And because we are dealing with Virgo energy, we're in Virgo season, going to be looking at where you need to kind of reanalyze, rework, reorganize some things in your life. And as always, a quick little soul message, something extra for you to take away with you from the spread, okay? So let's go on and get started. It's been a while. I got some new decks. So if you like the decks, you can find them in the description box, all right? First, that was dramatic. I don't know why I did that like that, y'all. The first card that you have coming up, I'm sorry, that was mad dramatic. Hella dramatic. You've got the North Node, life's purpose, coming up as your overall energy for the month of September. And when I was pulling your cards while I was shuffling, I was like, this is a bomb spread. Like, I need Cancer to get these spreads, or Capricorn. I could do one or the other, or get these cards. But you have some really dope energy here, but you have some very intense energy popping up for you for the month of September. Some of you will be having birthdays towards the end of the month, but for most of the month, you're preparing to come into your next rotation around the sun. You are in the space of wrapping things up, and that makes sense that you have the North Node, life's purpose here. And if you can see there's a glare, I'm sorry guys, but you can see the number on the card, it's 41, which breaks down to 5, which is all about change and transformation. You know, with that 4 and that 1, you know, you're really manifesting what it is that you want to come into, manifesting what it is, your next chapter, right? So the overall energy for you for the month of September, I feel like you're going to be very reflective, I think you're really going to be looking back on, you know, what you've accomplished this year, and being the Libras, because you like to weigh things out, you'll also be looking at, you know, maybe what you didn't accomplish, maybe what could have worked out differently, something you shouldn't have done, or some things that you could have done. But you'll be looking back over a lot of things during this month and really giving them a little bit more insight than a lot of us normally would, especially because you resonate with that air intellectual energy. Now, I'm not going to stick on this one too much because I want to talk about this some more, but I want to talk about this in relation to your crossing energy, the obstacles that you might be facing during this month. So you guys have heard me say before in a lot of my videos, you know, don't block your blessings. Don't be your own obstacle. Don't challenge yourself. Well, your obstacle coming up for the month is the Chariot. And although this is not the card that resonates with Libra, the reader, I am a Cancer. So whenever I pull the Chariot card, this card is the message of the self. So I am reading this as a card of self, but not necessarily with the Cancer energy, for those of you guys that are the tarot police, okay? Just know. You've got the Chariot coming up in the position of your crossing energy, and this is crossing the North Node, the life's purpose. So Libra, I pick up on the sense that you are in a space to where, you know, you guys are the scales. I feel like a lot of you have maybe been on the side of the scale where things were weighing a little bit heavy for a while. You're in a space to where you have an idea of how you can balance things out, how you can tip the scales, but for some reason, you're not making moves. And I have a couple of Libras in my life that I'm very close to. My Grammy is a Libra, and one of my best friends is a Libra. And I'm sorry, y'all, but I'm about to put y'all on blast. What they are known for doing, they have these great ideas, all that intellectual, all that air popping, you know, smarts. They have these ideas. They have these ways to get things done, and they talk about them because air. But a lot of times I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, I've heard you say this before, but did you do anything to make this happen? What? put some action to it. Libras like to blow in the wind because they're air. So they blow wherever their minds take them. And because of air, sometimes you don't stay there that long. You don't stay there long enough to actually make things happen. So my message to you Libras during this month of September is, whatever it is that you are trying to weigh out in your life, trying to bring into balance, you also have to understand that you cannot bring it into balance if you're stopping yourself from doing so. And you don't have to be actively doing something like, oh, for instance, say, I'm going to use a very simple example. Say your life's purpose is baking an apple pie, right? Libra, you got all these ideas. Ooh, I'm gonna put some cinnamon in there. Ooh, I got a secret ingredient. I'm not buying no crust from the store. I'm about to make a crust myself. And you telling all your family members, I'm making this apple pie. It's about to be bomb. I got all these ideas for my apple pie. I got the ideas for the plates. I know what they like. I picked them out on Amazon. I'm waiting for the 2 days for them to get here. I'm gonna wait the 2 days for them to get here. And then the time passes. You keep thinking about the pie, but you're not doing anything about the pie. And then you start thinking about, oh, well, if I get the pie, I'm going to have to spend the money to get the pie. Oh, well, it's a lot of sugar. I wonder if my teeth are going to get messed up. That's not too healthy. How am I going to put on some pounds? And so you start turning yourself away from making this bomb-ass pie that you was talking about making. That is that chariot crossing position. It's saying, you know what needs to be done, and you know how to do it, but for some reason you're talking yourself out of it. You're convincing yourself that that's not what needs to happen, that somehow this apple pie that you're supposed to make is going to magically appear without you making it. Make it make sense, Libra, because it doesn't. So you need to turn this chariot card into an upright position as opposed to a crossing position in regards to your life's purpose, and do some work. Don't talk yourself out of the work. Do the work. You know what the work is, Libra. You guys, you have the gift of knowing, okay? So do the work because you know what it is. Don't tell yourself about the work that you have to do and then decide that you don't want to do it, or decide that it's too much, or decide that it's too stressful. Listen, when we talking about something as big as your life's purpose, and this could literally be your life's purpose. This could, when I pulling this card in the spread, I think it really is connected to some major change, some major shift in your life, some major something that you need to shift in order to be living your best life, okay? So, you stop stopping yourself from doing so. Libras like to make excuses because they like to weigh the scales. You'll tell them one thing and they'll be like, oh, well, but if I do this, and you're like, okay, but are you gonna do that? No, you do the one that makes sense. What makes sense, Libra, is actually going for gold, actually doing what you're called here to do, actually putting yourself in positive alignment with your highest good. And your highest good cannot come through if you have a crossing chariot card. You got to push through, do the work, make it happen, okay? Next card that you got, excuse me, coming up in your spread. I don't think there's any ice cube water. Next card coming up in your spread is in the position of, what you need to reanalyze, what you need to rework, what you need to reorder in your life right now. And you've got the Star, which, again, I told you guys you had a really poppin' spread. So I was just talking about how, excuse me, you're trying to come into this space of whatever it is that you want to play out for you, whatever your best life looks like, right, with that North Node card. But you've got this energy of kind of pulling yourself away from it, kind of talking yourself out of it for whatever reason, because Libra, you always look at the positive, but because y'all are the scales, with the positive, you always look at the negative. And Libras, on the shadow side, you can be very paranoid. So when you're looking at the negative, you tend to give into it and start to thinking of the what ifs and the oh no's, and I might not want to do that because it could look like this. This Star card coming up here in your spread is saying that you need to pull yourself away from the side of the tip scale that you've been in for so long. And that's another reason why you may be thinking like this. It may be the norm for you right now, Libra. But these cards in your spread are really coming up and they're saying, oh, well, your norm is shifting. So all of that density, all of that heaviness, all of that whatever it was that you was hanging on to, you're getting ready to do something to balance it out. But, you got to do the work. You got to figure out what this happiness is. You got the Star card. That's hope. That's hope. That's positivity. That's wishing for better and manifesting better and actually seeing it manifest in the physical for yourself. So what you guys need to do, what you need to reanalyze, what you need to rework during this month, Libra, is your tendency to tip towards the negative side of the scale. we know that you guys have this sense of knowing. We know that you guys know, yes, this could happen. And yes, this is very realistic. And yes, Libra, it is. But when you give your energy to that, that is where you tend to be in life, in the physical and the spiritual, in your mental. So you've got to put positive energy. You've got to start thinking positively. You've got to start putting, you know, good juju on this Chariot card so that you can get the good juju back in the North Node card. All right. Think positive. Think happy thoughts. All right. All right. Last card that you guys have coming up in your spread. Why I'm being so dramatic with these cards. Last card that you got coming up in your spread is companionship, and this is in the position. This is in the position of the soul message, and in this deck, this is the Three of Cups, which is the card of, you know, positive, you know, people, positive situations coming in for you, Libra. This is not a love reading, but I feel like I have to say this to some of y'all, Libra. There may be somebody coming in during this month that you may be a little weary to, I don't know, go on a date with, give the time of day to, but do it. Give that person your number. Now, on a general level, this companionship card is saying that although a lot of this energy, a lot of this spread has to do with you, like it is you doing the work, understand that you also have resources. And when I say resources, I don't necessarily mean people that have shit to give you. I mean, you have resources in regards to how to keep your peace, how to keep your positive, you know, aura about yourself. While you were doing all of this work, while you were coming into who you are and coming into positive alignment with what you've got going on, and while you were coming into the happiness and the hope, you're going to meet people along the way, Libra. Take them with you on the ride. You ain't got to take them to the table to sit with you, but I mean, shoot, you might have a pretty poppin' ass journey along the way, so see what it brings about, especially when you meet new people. I do believe that when you start to meet new people around your birthday, like either going up to it or like right after, they tend to be pretty significant, even if it's for a short spell. So whoever's coming in during this month, whether it's a friendship type of thing, or whether it's, you know, a family member popping back around trying to have a closer relationship, or whether it's a romantic interest type of thing, give it a go. See what happens. And I mean, I'll see y'all in October to talk about what may or may not have happened, or what you may or may not need to do with that situation. Okay, so yes, Libra, that is your spread for the month of September. Happy early birthday. Do the work, because you got some really poppin' stuff coming in for you. You want to be in alignment when you come into your new rotation. Okay, so if you need your own personal reading, please feel free to book one with me. I hope that this one found you well. I've got my Etsy shop link down below. We are now in September, so the September pick a card spread is, or the September pick a card reading is up. Pisces full moon video is up. We're in the Leo lunar cycle, so check that out. And I'll have the Virgo new moon going up in a couple of weeks. We are also still in the retrograde cluster, so check out the retrograde videos. I have the playlist for those linked down below in the description box. All right, and yes, I think those are all the plugs that I got for you. Thanks for tuning in. I'll catch y'all next time. Peace.